I'm curious for you. You've had this amazing career. How do you continue to level up in the projects that you do and the projects that you choose?
I try to just be open, and I'm, every one of them that comes to me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of scared, but I'm like, no, this is really important, and I think I'm leaning into I have a silly personality, and I'm finally just going, you know what, this is who I am. I'm of a certain age, it doesn't matter anymore. Here I am.
What's up, friends? It's your girl, Emily Curl, here at our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas with the one and only Kyle MacLachlan. Can we get up for Kyle backstage?
Thank you, Emily.
An amazing actor, an amazing winemaker.
Yes, thank you for remembering.
Yes, of course.
Nice.
And then now you're part of our iHeartRadio podcast family. We're so excited. This is really, really exciting to have you here. Welcome to our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Let's talk about the podcast for a second.
Perfect.
We are so excited. What are we even doing? First off, the title's amazing. I like that already.
Thank you.
Tell us about the concept of this podcast and where the idea came from.
Well, it's really just about me having a conversation with younger creatives, actually Gen Z, millennials, and I'm talking about what drives them, what motivates them, what they like, what's important to them, how they use social, and we sit down and really simply just have a conversation. Very simple. And so I share a little bit of my journey, and I want to hear about their journey. So far it's been really wonderful. We've done 10 shows, but we only aired one.
Yeah.
And so I have many more to go, and I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really having a fun time.
That's the thing is I can't wait to see who you have on that show. Can you give us any teasers?
Yeah,
like you said?
Yeah. Well, we just had Kaya Gerber on.
Which was amazing.
She was absolutely delightful.
I love the chemistry between you two. Was so funny.
I mean, she is funny. I didn't know what to expect. I know her a little bit, but she's very funny.
Yeah.
And really well read.
Yeah.
And we did some Shakespearean insults back and forth. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
I love that.
Benny Skinner. So I have Benito Skinner on, who is in Overcompensating. He plays my son.
I know.
On
Congrats on season 2.
I know. We got season 2.
Yes.
In fact, the day that I interviewed Benny, they found out that they were going to be going back for a second season.
Okay, so that's special. So
it was
you got the moments.
I got him in the moment. He was very happy.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just been a really fun role. I mean, Willa Bennett came on and we talked a little bit. Yeah, she's got the editor-in-chief of Cosmo in 17. We talked to her a little bit. So it's been a gamut. So we have musicians, we have actors, we have photographers, just creatives, and we get into this really interesting I find it interesting conversation about where their creative juices come from.
Oh, we were so excited for this, and it's interesting. It ties in because one thing we're talking about tonight too is all about leveling up. I'm curious for you. You've had this amazing career. How do you continue to level up in the projects that you do and the projects that you choose?
I try to just be open, and I'm, every one of them that comes to me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of scared, but I'm like, no, this is really important, and I think I'm leaning into I have a silly personality, and I'm finally just going, you know what, this is who I am. I'm of a certain age, it doesn't matter anymore. Here I am. I'm kind of silly, and that's really been working. So.
Oh my God, everyone loves it. And what about personally? Like, how do you continue to level up, just outside of work and the things that you do?
Oh gosh, well, I've got a great partner, my wife Desiree. And I have a beautiful son, and that family environment and the creative triangle that is just really inspires me. And so I don't know, it just gives me it's the wind under my wings. You know what I mean?
I love that.
It's really nice.
Another thing that we're talking about tonight is how you reach the impossible. What's been an impossible that you've achieved?
Wow, that's a good question. I think really having my son was something that I knew I wanted to have kids, but I wasn't sure. And we have this beautiful boy, he's 17, who is everything I could ever have dreamed of and so much more. Mm-hmm. And so that to me is like something that, I don't know, it's the most beautiful journey.
Wow. What do you think is the biggest lesson that fatherhood taught you personally?
Well, I always describe it as this. It's like, I love my wife, and you love people, you have friends you love. But the love for a child is like there's a door in your heart that you don't even know is there, and suddenly you have a child, and then like, oh, wait, this door has appeared, and you open the door and you walk through, and you're like, oh, it's a whole nother level of love, a whole nother world.
Wow.
So that's how I kind of describe the feeling.
Does he know how cool his dad is? And
what
are his favorite projects of yours? Like, does he have?
He kind of is his own drummer. He's sort of like Inside Out. I was the voice of the dad in Inside Out. So he said, oh, that was pretty cool, Dad. But he's very low key. You know what I mean? So it doesn't give much away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, we got a lot of Fallout fans in here. So
Yeah.
you're bigger projects of yours that we love.
I'm excited.
We've heard the next season is amazing. We ran into Walton Goggins on a carpet, and he was telling us, he's like, this is really magical.
It's really good. Yeah, they've done an amazing job.
What can you tell us? I know probably not a lot, but...
Oh, we go to Vegas, of course, New Vegas. Seems appropriate considering where we are. And there's just more great stuff. And the characters continue to develop and evolve, which is a tricky thing in the second season, because sometimes characters just kind of stop and they're the same. Not so in this one. Everyone continues to evolve. I go into some very interesting, weird places, which I really loved.
Yes.
Everyone did. So I think people are going to be really thrilled.
And it seems like you guys had a good time on the set. Like, it just seems like a great crew.
It's a great crew.
Yeah.
It starts from the top. Jonah Nolan is just an amazing creator, director, and everybody on the way down was just wonderful to work with. So.
Oh, I love to hear it. We are so excited. We are so excited for
I'm
that.
so
We're so
glad.
excited for the
glad.
podcast.
Good.
Thank you so much for being here, for
What a
your time.
pleasure.
This was so lovely. We really appreciate it. Can we get up one more time
Thank you for
Callum
having
Douglas
me.
backstage? Such a best. Thanks so much for watching. Did you like that video? You can check out more over here, and don't forget to subscribe to iHeart right here. And if you're already a longtime fan, make sure you ring the bell down below so you don't miss a single video. See you next time.